morning, Seminole Nation. Welcome to the Seminole Nation radio program. I'm your host, Mark Williams, the Communications and Media Director. And with me is
Josiah Bender. That was a weak drum roll.
yeah, the media specialist for the Communications Department. And Jeremy has the day off today. He's got, I think it's his daughter's awards assembly going
Nice.
on right now, which is this week. A lot of graduations, awards assembly. Um, we had this Vardom sports banquet was last night. Bo's doing some gestures over here. I'm not sure exactly what, but so we had a lot of assemblies, and graduations. So we got people out of the offices attending those things. So that's where Jeremy's at today, and Jeremy's out. So we had Flo take a back seat today for Josiah.
That's
So
right.
we had Josiah come on. We're gonna talk
The
a little bit
the
the
Josiah.
Josiah Bender,
There you go.
and we're gonna discuss a little bit about some of the projects that we've been working on. But before we get there, tell us about your weekend, Josiah. What did you do?
Right. This weekend was Mother's
Oh,
Day.
you're right.
It was Mother's Day this
Right.
weekend. So let's see. Saturday, I went to with my church. My church they normally take out the fathers and the mothers. For Father's Day they'll take them out to eat. For Mother's Day they'll take them out to eat. So for Mother's Day, we ended up all going to Shoney's on Saturday morning.
I love Shoney's.
And then Saturday we also after that, I took my grandparents back home, and then I went home and watched the Thunder game,
Oh yeah.
which we had lost that one,
Yep.
but we won last night.
We
So
won
the
last night.
The series is tied. And then Sunday, it was our fourth Sunday, and so I ended up going out to my church and celebrating the fourth Sunday
Right on. Right
with all
on.
my aunts and uncles out there.
Yeah.
Shout out High Springs, huh? What about you, Mark? What'd you get into this weekend?
Mother's Day. So I went down to Bennington, Oklahoma, and that's where I grew up. That's Choctaw country, Choctaw land right there. And so got to spend some time with the family and hang out. So it was good. It was good to kind of get back home and eat some good home cooking meals. So it was good. It was a good weekend, except for the Thunder loss that you was talking about. But they made up for it.
We bounced back. Yep.
Huge game last night. I could spend the whole half hour talking about the Thunder game. I think, but we better not. But we better not. But so that was my weekend, and you mentioned High Springs Church. You was there on Sunday, and you did some filming there. But we'll talk a little bit more about that. Why you was filming later on in the program. Um, so for now, before we kind of get into it, let's as we always do every week, take a moment of silence to remember those who have passed on and think about those who are mourning and grieving right now. So let's go ahead and take a moment of silence right now. Mado, Mado.
Alrighty, then let's get into these four Sundays. Speaking of four Sundays, because I was just at one, this week it will be May 19th, and we have Chena, Alabama Casati, Belvin Baptist, Cedar Springs, Cold Springs, Hutchie Chubba, Little Coweta, Little Casati, Mini Springs, Omogi Baptist, Prairie Springs, Spring, Gufke, West Efala, Wewokozie, and Yardiki, and we can't forget about Creek Chapel.
Creek Chapel.
And again, this weekend is May 19th.
Let's jump into some government news here. We got some band meetings coming up. It looks like we got a band meeting announcement for NERCUP Harjo, and that will be taking place on May 30th at the North Community Building from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and then Tazagaya Harjo Band will have their meeting on Thursday, also Thursday on May 30th at 6 p.m. This one will be taking place at the Council House, and we'll have some more. I think there's only two we have listed right now, but as the quarterly council meeting comes up in June, that's when these band meetings pop up, and we'll be announcing those on the Facebook page and here on the radio program. So if you want to get your band meeting announcement on the air and on the Facebook page, email us at seminolemedia@gmail.com.
And then we also have an announcement from the Boys and Girls Club. The Boys and Girls Club of Oklahoma, the Boys and Girls Club of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma are beginning their summer camp. Registration is open. You can register online at www.bgsnok.com. The registration fee is $80 a month from June 3rd to the 27th or July 1st to the 25th. And you can contact 405-746-2817 for more information.
And for more information about the Boys and Girls Club, too, check out their Facebook page. Me and Josiah were just talking about their page today. They do a really good job keeping everybody updated with what they're going on and just photos of things they've done. So check out their Facebook page. They do a really good job.
Every week it seems like they're doing something, which
and
is
good photos,
that's
too.
good. Oh yeah. Shout out to Shayna Moon. She's doing a great job over there.
Yeah, I forgot who I asked about that. I think I asked Tony Palmer about that, who does their content, and he says Shayna Moon.
Shayna Moon, yeah, she's holding it down, doing a good job over there.
We got some announcements with the diabetes program and the. This is a weekly thing that they're doing. We have some guests coming on, so we'll wait, and we'll talk about that whenever they come on. We have some people from the Woke IHS and the director of the diabetes program, Amanda Upshaw.
The Amanda Upshaw.
And so they're going to come on, and then we'll talk a little bit about that whenever they come and get in the hot seat there. From the communications department, we are looking for stories. This is something that we're always looking for, I think, is stories for the tribal newspaper. Community stories, announcements, something that's going on, something you want to talk about. Be sure to send it to us at seminolemedia@gmail.com so we can put it out there and celebrate you guys. One of the projects that we are working on is a church documentary, a Muskogee church documentary. We started that officially last week. We visited High Springs over in Okemah, and we sat down with, was it Alan Wind?
Alan Wind, yes sir.
Alan Wind, and he was a great interview. He's one of those, really, I asked him one question. Tell us, what is your name? What is your name? And then from there, I think the next 40 minutes, he spoke.
But he was saying some good stuff.
Great stories. He's very knowledgeable. And so that was our first stop. And we're going to be visiting some other churches and kind of getting their stories. Just talking about the history of Muskogee churches, the tradition that they have, what makes them unique as tribal churches. Maybe something that a non-native, when they watch this film, that they'll have learned something and see how this type of these type of churches are important to our community. It has always been around. So I'm excited for this one. And talk a little bit about on Sunday. We did some filming on Sunday, but actually Josiah did. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, yes, on Sunday, it was our fourth Sunday at High Springs. I'm also a member over there, and we just went over there and filmed some B-reel of basically the services, and then the church bell ring, and then all the deacons, they all get together before the service and pray. So I had to get some shots of that. But overall, it was a good service, and I'm looking forward to many more members to come out after they see this documentary. It's going to be a really good one. Mm-hmm. Like you said, we're trying to include all the churches that we can. So we're also getting drone shots of other churches and everything too. So it's going to be a good project. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, so we did put out a casting call, if you will, on our Facebook page to let everyone know if you want your church to participate in this, or if you know someone who might want to share some stories, even some photos, videos to add to this project, hit us up at seminolemedia@gmail.com. We visited Spring Church yesterday, which is the oldest church, I believe, the oldest Muskogee church, established in 1850. So it's over there in Sasakwa. And we kind of was given a tour of the place, mm-hmm. and we're going to visit them again next week as well for some interviews. We got Cold Springs coming up, I believe. I'm trying to get Rock Springs scheduled. So we got some good stories coming up, interviews. So I'm excited for this one. So again, if you want your church to be a part of this project, email seminolemedia@gmail.com and let us know. And so that's our department. That's what we've been up to.
And so moving forward,
Moving forward,
we got
enough about us.
yeah, we got a cooking demonstration that Food and Nutrition will be hosting on Thursday, May 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Food and Nutrition's Program Kitchen. To sign up, you can contact Kevin Jones at 405-334-4007, or you can email jones.k@sno-nsn.gov, and they will be having tomato and bean quesadillas with watermelon salsa, not salad.
Sounds good. They're doing a good job over there at Food Distribution. Rex Haley, the director over there. Last week.
And then the Seminole Nation Housing Authority is hiring. They are looking for an Account Tech 1 and a BGC Program Coordinator. For more information on those job openings, you can contact 405-257-6604.
And just a reminder, the Seminole Nation Princess Pageant applications are available. You can go to the website and download them and get them turned in. Please, we've kind of had some low numbers, it seems like, the past couple of years, but we would love to get those applicants out there and be a part of the pageant, which will be coming up in September.
And also shout out the Seminole Nation Royalties Facebook page. They stay pretty active on their Facebook page as well.
Seminole, I think it's called Seminole Royalty.
Yes, sir.
24, something like that. And
yes,
so,
sir.
They stay busy.
Mm-hmm.
They stay busy. I know every issue for our tribal newspaper, we have a section of just what they've been up to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always good to see. The OAP menu, food menu is out. We have it on the website.
Yep.
And it'll be in the tribal newspaper, which should be coming out this week. Is what we're looking at. So that should be coming out this week. What do we have today to eat? Let's see.
May 14th.
Yeah.
They are having liver and onions gravy, mashed potatoes, California blend, and pudding. But also, these are always subject to change.
Always subject to change. What do you think about that? Liver and onions. What do you think, Joe?
I'm gonna be honest. I've never had liver and onions gravy.
You should go and give us a report next week. Let us.
But yes, that's what they're having today. And then tomorrow they will be having corned beef, cabbage, and carrots with brownies. And then on Thursday they are having chicken fajitas, Spanish rice, refried beans with pudding. And then on Fridays, as everybody knows, they only do breakfast only. So for breakfast they will have breakfast sausage, scrambled eggs, pancakes, fruit, cereal, milk, and juice.
And last week they had the Mother's Day luncheon,
Mm-hmm.
which was really nice. And so we have some pictures from that event. That's also on our Facebook page. So go check that out. New director Jalen Jones is running the OAP program now, and we're going to try to have him come on the station here pretty soon and introduce himself. Tell us what plans he has for the program. I know one of them is coming up, I believe, next week. They have some chair volleyball on May 22nd and May 29th from 10 a.m. to 11:30. So basically before lunch, they'll be having chair volleyball at the OAP building, which is at the Miccosukee Mission. Address is 12575 North South 3540 Road here in Seminole. And some basic requirements: you need to be 55 years or older, and you must be enrolled with a federally recognized tribe. So I guess not really Seminole, as long as you're have a CDIB and 55. Come out there and play some volleyball and get active. So that's from 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock to 11:30.
Yeah, chair volleyball, that's a big hit in the Seminole and Muskogee communities. I know my grandparents, they travel all the way to Muskogee.
Yeah, Creek Nation has like a league or something, I believe.
Yeah. So they travel all to these different places and play in these tournaments, and it's pretty cool. It's all these small local communities, or even just the small communities in general, They all come together and have a chair volleyball tournament, and they get into it. It's
Yeah,
pretty intense.
yeah. My mom does that for
I've
Chocolate Nation, and
I've seen some Facebook posts, and it's chair volleyball, so you're not supposed to get out of your chair.
right.
And so some of these communities, they have certain rules, and one of the rules is if you get out of your chair, they have like sometimes they'll bring like a funny looking mask, and you got to put like a clown mask on or
Like during the game.
during the
Gotta wear
game,
it?
and you got to wear it during the game,
Oh man.
and that's your punishment for getting out of your chair. And I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. They're having fun with it though, so it's good. It's good.
Man,
So
they're
get on.
serious, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They should maybe one of these days they'll have whoever plays at these games at the OAP can maybe play against Creek Nation, and
Oh yeah.
That's
Seminoles for Creek Nation.
that might get out of hand there. I don't know.
It really does.
But for more information about if you want to play or participate, you can call Larissa at 405-257-7541.
And then the Seminole Nation is hiring. They are hiring for agricultural food sovereignty, child care, COPE community opioid prevention and empowerment program, the diabetes program, environmental health services, Head Start, IT, Older Americans program, procurement and property, and transit. And you can find those jobs on the Seminole Nation website at www.sno-nsn.gov under the careers tab.
And we got some community news here. We got a revival, it looks like, and this will be taking place at New Hope Fellowship, which is, where is New Hope Fellowship?
It is
It's,
located. I have no
the
idea.
minister is David Little. That might be Shawnee. So we have a revival, New Hope Fellowship, May 24th through the 26th, 7 p.m. So for the 24th to 26th, that'll be a nightly service. Meal will be served after this service, and then we have a basketball tournament taking place on May 18th and the 19th at Strother High School. The entry fee is $150. The deadline to get in is tomorrow, actually, May 15th. So for more information on that, you can call Rachel at 405-683-9615 or George at 405-481-9993. And we have some vacation Bible school taking place. We just talked about High Springs Church. They got their vacation Bible school coming up June 17th to the 21st, and that will be, the times on that is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And if you are needing a ride to get out there, you can call Richard at 405-569-5053. And then we have a garage sale happening at Cold Springs Church, which is 1/2 mile west of River Mist Casino. And that will be on June 8th, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. The garage sale taking place. And all proceeds go to the church repair. That's one of the churches that we're going to try to be getting out there for some drone footage and to be a part of our church documentary. Congratulations to Zach Self, who was named the Teacher of the Year. This was the Crumble Cookies Teacher of the Year. There was over 600 nominations for the state of Oklahoma, and this happened just a few days ago. A representative from the Crumble Cookies came out to Varnum and presented him with a $1,000 check and the award for being Teacher of the Year. So congratulations, Zach. And so we have in the studio some special people. We have three that are joining us. And I think they might be here for the first time. I'm not sure. I know, this is your first time, Scott? Let me go ahead and have you guys introduce yourself. Might have to lean into the mic. Tell us who you are and where do you work at?
Well, I'm Scott Robinson. I work for the Wewoke Indian Health Center. I'm the Community Health Director.
I'm Jess LaFramboise. I'm the new dietitian at Wewoka IHS.
My name is Amanda Upshaw, and I'm the CHR and Diabetes Director for Seminole Nation.
So I guess the one that I was surprised that is here for the first time. Amanda, this is your first time here at the station?
Mm-hmm. This is my second.
Second time, okay. Because usually you send your other
yeah.
people here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had to get you out here this time. So I guess we're going to be talking a little bit about some events that you guys have coming up. Who wants to go first?
Okay. What do you want me to cover first?
Before we talk about what you have coming up, you guys just had another 5K event.
Yes.
How did that go?
It was really good. So on May 4th, we had our 5K out at Mikasuki Mission. We called that one May the 4th Be With You. It was a Star Wars theme. And I believe we had a total of 120 participants. 80 to 90 completed the 5K, and the rest were all 1 mile fun run. But it was really cool. We had a really great turnout. We finished right before the rain came through, so that was good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have our continuing classes throughout the week. Jerome Harrison, who's our exercise specialist, does his chair aerobics and Tai Chi on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. There in Wowoka at the New Life Church. And then Kyla Harjo, our exercise specialist and lifestyle coach, she does Power Hour Thursday evenings at the Mikasuki Gym. And this month will be the last sessions for Power Hour.
Okay.
As we go into June and July, we really get prepared for our youth activities. So we've got a lot of stuff working right now, but for the next upcoming event, it looks like we're going to have our Elder Olympics. That's a collaboration that we do with the Wowoka Indian Health Clinic. So Scott and his team, we host Elder Olympics at the bridge in Seminole, and that'll be May 31st. And we'll start at 9 a.m. and finish up probably around 2:30 in the afternoon. We do a lot of the physical activities, and then we do lunch provided. What else do we do, Scott?
We have medals, different events where the elders actually compete against each other, like softball throw. We have cornhole. We have
Cornhole.
dart toss. They have jacks, just different things that they can do. And we have first, second, and third place ribbons for men and women. Then we have overall medals, first, second, and third place. They get points every time they participate. If they win a first place, they get more points. So at the end of the day, we'll have overall medals we give out in each age group, 55 and above. So it's a fun day. It's mainly fellowship, laughing, eating together, and this will just be our second, maybe third one since COVID. And it's during those times when we had COVID, that was something that was missing, that fellowship with our elders, getting together and laughing and spending time together. So this is a really important day, and we hope we have a good turnout.
Okay. How serious is the competition? They get pretty intense about it.
Some of them practice for us.
They practice.
Some of them.
It's the Olympics.
They
want to
know what events we're going to have, and they'll work. They'll get ready for it.
They'll be in their backyard, just have a whole layout, right?
And we invite the people from Holdenville to come. They're Elder Nutrition Center. We do elder programs at Wetumpka and Holdenville, and then at Seminole there at the Mission. And so we invite all those groups to come. And we'll probably do a little bit of chair volleyball that day too. They love to do that. So we'll have several things we're doing that day, just to have fun with physical activity and fellowship.
Okay. Yeah, that chair volleyball seems to be getting pretty popular. I've seen other tribes do that, and IHS been doing it for a while too, right?
Yeah, we work with Amanda's group to do the chair volleyball, and we have it at the New Life Church. And I'm not sure exactly what the schedule is. I think they're meeting on Wednesdays, but I can get a flyer and have y'all post on your Facebook page. But they're still playing. Some of our chair volleyball teams are actually going to tournaments now. And there's a big tournament at Creek Nation at the Dome up there in Okmulgee coming up at the end of the month. And there's several of our groups that play with us that are going to go up and compete. Okay. So it's becoming a big competitive thing for our elders. Still like to compete. They still like to win.
It's still in them.
Yeah, it's still in them. Yeah. Now they can sit in the chair and compete and talk trash, So.
Yeah, you just can't let that go. Yeah. Anything else, man, that you have coming up for your diabetes program and?
Yeah, so after Elder Olympics in June, we collaborate with the surrounding tribes in Oklahoma. It's a group called Native Youth Preventing Diabetes. They've got a one-day camp coming up at OBU, and I believe that's 7th. I'll have to double check, but we've got a flyer, and Seminole Nation actually sponsors 10 youth from the ages 8 to 12 years old. So if you guys are interested in getting your kiddos into a one-day camp, we have the application on our Facebook page, Seminole Nation Diabetes Program, or you can call our office and we can email you one, or you can pick one up. But we'll be sponsoring the first 10 kids, and then we'll transport them to Shawnee, where OBU is located, for the day, and bring them back. And then Once we wrap up in June with that, July is when we have our week-long youth prevention camp for our program, and that'll be July 16th through the 19th. So we start on a Tuesday and we wrap up on Friday. There's 32 spots available, and that age group is going to be 8 to 15 years old. Last year, we filled up 32 spots pretty quickly. We had a great group of kids. We got a lot of activities done. They got a lot of education with nutrition, physical activity. Language came out and showed them how to play rock, paper, scissors in the language. That was a really good event, so I'm hoping they can come out again this year. But that's as far as I can plan without getting overwhelmed. So
That's a lot.
Yeah, we have a lot coming up. So we'll actually be wrapping up chair aerobics, Tai Chi, and Power Hour at the end of this month in May. It's already really busy with everyone graduating and everyone going on summer vacation. So June, we like to keep posting material for our page, but July is really what we're prepping for because our week-long camp does take a lot. So that's the one thing I'm looking forward to. And with Jess being here on the radio show, she's now the dietitian that's going to be coming out to our kitchen there at Chafikni Wellness Center. We've scheduled some dates in May and June for her to come out. And so the first session is actually going to be tonight at 5:30. And with that, I'll let Jess introduce herself and kind of talk about what those classes will be for our program.
Okay, come on in, Jess.
So we're going to have 2 cooking demonstrations coming up at the Seminole Nation Wellness Center. The first one there is going to be tonight, May 14th at 5:30 p.m. We're going to be doing a sheet pan chicken with herbed quinoa. Then on Tuesday, May 28th at 5:30, we're going to have another different type of recipe called a Cajun sausage and rice skillet with peppers. So the big thing with the cooking demonstrations is that they're free of charge. I will prepare the recipe in front of you, and I'll give you a sample of that recipe that we prepared in-house, and you'll take home a free recipe or the recipe that we're doing. So it's a really good time to kind of learn a different type of way to make food or just a recipe in general. And that's a big thing with building healthier habits, having that variety, because if you're eating the same thing over and over again that is healthy, you get kind of boring. So just kind of having a variety is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. So this is something that is open to the public then. Anybody can come. And
Yes. Mm-hmm.
if they can't make it, is this being filmed or anything for like a video release, or is it at first is it just classes?
Yeah, so we have a camera that we'll set up as far as recording. Once Jess is done with her demonstration, we'll get it edited, and then we'll post it on our Facebook page just so people can watch it as well.
Okay. Who's going to be doing the editing? Is it Josiah over there?
Maybe Josiah if he's available. If not, we've got some practice on editing videos, and we'll see how it turns out. I have no idea.
I'll go ahead and volunteer, Josiah. If you need help, we'll send them over there.
Now that everybody heard that, okay,
Yeah. That's awesome. And I think you guys have some events coming up with IHS too,
I
right?
was wanting Jess tell a little bit about yourself because she's new and we're so proud of her. Just kind of talk about your background, where you're from, who you are, all that good stuff.
Yes, so I come from the Ponca tribe and the Absentee Shawnee tribe. I've been a registered dietitian for about 3-4 years now. I started off at the Oklahoma City Indian Clinic, and actually my main job duties was doing weekly cooking demonstrations. So that's kind of my passion is, just kind of bringing this love and connection to food in a healthier way. And, just for myself, working at Wewoka IHS, I also can do one-on-one appointments. So if you're ever interested in kind of, what are your goals, we can discuss them and come up with the action plan to reach those goals, your health goals.
How would someone get a hold of you if they wanted to set something up?
Yeah, so you can reach me at our Wewoka IHS phone number. And since I'm pretty new, I still don't know what that phone number is, but I can you can Google it probably, but
Call Renee.
Call Renee. I'll probably know Renee. She's been there for a while.
405-257-7364, and she can get you in touch with Jess.
Awesome. Okay, so let's jump over to Scott real quick, and I believe you have some camps coming up. And
Well, yeah, we have several things that we are focusing on right now. We're coming to the end of, we had a mini grant this past year for increasing colorectal screening testing, and which is very important. Colon cancer is on the rise with Native American people, and so we're trying to get as many people 40 and above to get their screening tests done. So if you haven't had one and you're over 40, you're due for one. If you've had one in the past year or you've had a colonoscopy in the past year or two, then you're probably not due for one. But you can always call and find out. We are giving out some incentives, a $100 gift card and a $50 gift card next month to everybody that has. We're going to not give them out to everybody. We'll have a drawing. We'll put everybody's name in a hat and draw out 2 names that had theirs done between January and the end of June this year. We did 2 people for last year, June to January, and gave those cards out the other day and put them on Facebook. And so we're going to be doing that again. But even more important than winning those gift cards, it'll save your life. They can find the early stages of colon cancer. They could see that there's some things going on within your body that you might have some problem with colon cancer. They can get you scheduled for a colonoscopy. And if they catch it early, it can save your life. So that's something we're working on.
And I believe there was a very talented filmmaker that did a video for you guys about
very
cancer
talented.
screening.
Yeah,
that you'll be releasing.
Mark worked with us to make a nice video, and it's still in the phase of getting approved by IHS. As soon as it's approved, we'll be releasing it on our Facebook page, Seminole Nations, really around the country. There's lots of sites that are working on the same thing we are, and they want to use the video also. But we do have also some water aerobics starting in June with Melissa at Holdenville Pool. And those will be meeting on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 9 o'clock. No, Monday and Wednesday mornings at 9 o'clock. And so if you're interested, you could call Melissa. You could call Renee at 7364, and she can get you in touch with Melissa to get more information. But it's for anybody, really. It doesn't have to be elders. Anybody that has problems with arthritis, it's very good for mobility problems. And it's just a good way to exercise and in the pool, in the water with other folks. We do have our diabetes camp. We call it diabetes prevention. We call it GoPro, which is preventing and reducing obesity. And that will be in July 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Holdenville Indian Community Center. We'll have a flyer to send out soon for that and start sign-ups for that. But we take them to a water park the last day. Creek Nation pays for a lot of it. We partner with them for their diabetes program. We'll have lots of education, stickball, lots of different activities to do with the kids, games, and having fun. And the last day of camp, we take them to the water park. Then our jump rope camp is not really open to everybody because we have so many kids in jump rope now. 250 kids were at our competition a couple of weeks ago. We have 150 spots. But if you have a child that goes to one of our schools that provide jump rope and they're wanting to do the camp, they need to get signed up as soon as possible because we're going to be full pretty quick. And you can call Renee for that also at 7364 to get your kids signed up for our jump rope camp. That's June 17th, 18th, and 19th. And I think that's all I was wanting to announce.
Perfect. So before Bo kicks us off, I want to say Mado to Amanda, Jess, and Scott for coming to the show and welcome you guys here. So thank you for listening, and Mado, see you next week.